Taken for Unskilled Gaming. I figured I needed to work on my commentating for what's happening in team fights, calling out ultimates and explaining what's going on in certain situations. And I feel like the best time to do that is when I'm playing a support, and particularly Lili, because she has one of the best ultimates as a support. So it'll be nice to be able to practice that, calling that out, and calling out what else is happening. For instance, Sylvanas' silence, Malfurion. Well, no, apparently this one's going to be disconnected because someone is not on the far left there. So we have to wait again. Hooray. Oh, never mind. So yeah, I can call out ultimates like the Sylvanas silence, the Malfurion trank if he goes for trank, or the Malfurion silence if he goes for that. I can also call out Zagara's Maw, Tassador's walls. Someone on the enemy team, the Kharazim, is sneaky bacon, and I'm just the regular bacon. So hopefully he's not too sneaky, because he could be a better bacon than me. That's not good. Okay, so team comps, enemy team Rexxar, Zagara, Tassador, Kharazim, Vala. Pretty decent. Tassador is probably going to go for a damage build and let Kharazim go for a healing build. But maybe seeing Lili and Malfurion on our team will encourage him to go full healing, as well as Kharazim go full healing. Friendly team Lili, Sylvanas, Malfurion, Nazebo, Jaina. Again, no tank, but they only have one tank this time. And two supports. Should be interesting. So, I need the red one of these spiders to go with this color skin. I think we should put a support in each lane, I guess would be the best way to go about this. Okay, so Lili, I do a Cloud Serpent build. It's my favorite. I've used it for a very long time, and recently it has gained popularity. I like to think I'm one of the people who was like hipster about it. I did it before all you people found out about it, but I don't try to rub in people's faces until just now. Okay, so Sylvanas, Jaina, and I going bottom. Nazebo, Malfurion going top. I think that's pretty solid. We see Kharazim down there with a nice Ice Lance by Jaina. Okay, so Tassador, Rexxar, and Kharazim all are down here. And Zagara. We now see the Baneling barrage coming in there. We need to do something. I mean, our team's just kind of sitting here letting them kill our wave, which isn't cool. Not very fun at all. So I'm gonna let Kharazim come in here when his rapid strikes start going off. I don't remember what that's called, but I'm going to blind him during that to really mitigate most of his damage and his healing. Jaina, come back. Oh gosh, I can't heal her. I'll blind them because they should be doing mostly auto attack damage right now. The bear will fall to the tower because the micro is not real. So I'm going to be throwing out my healing brew as much as I can right now, because we need to be topped off for the the immortals, which are happening right now. I'm gonna go back for mana. I will be late probably, and I don't have a lot of confidence with our team's play already, just seeing what the bottom lane has been doing. But nonetheless, look at that. Look what's happening to our immortal, and none of our teammates are even on the enemy immortal yet. So I don't know what's happening, but nothing good for sure. Get over here, girl. Throw some healing brews on her. We need to do something more effective than what we are doing right now. they're just going to continue to whittle ours down while we dance around theirs, like idiots. First blood. I'm surprised no one has died yet. But if we can step it up a little bit here. Nope. Okay.
We stand victorious.
And let them know what's up. That we can't just be letting ours whittle down while theirs is sitting at full health. So level 4, I went for Mending Serpent. Pretty much the whole reason you would ever go for the Serpent build. I'm gonna blind Kerosene there. So the Immortal's already dead, which is nice. Their Tassadar might get out of this alive. Yep, you will. Sylvanas needs to get back before she will start taking towers. Popped a Serpent on myself when I didn't even have anyone near me to hit. So this is probably going to be a very interesting game until the end, towards the late game. When Sylvanas has her silence would be nice, and Jaina needs to start doing something. Just trying to do something because my team doesn't want to. Kerosene looking like he wants to come in, which I would love for him to do so I can blind him and waste his whatever it's called. I'm really blanking on the name of that ability right now, which is really too bad because I play Kerosene a bit. Tassadar's Psionic Storm, just, I feel like it got buffed in the patch. It does a lot of damage. Put the Serpent on Sylvanas. Get that attacking the bear and hopefully healing her up a bit. Blinding them just a smidge so we can walk out of here relatively not dead. Although I don't know how long that's going to last anyway. We need to be doing objectives because we failed the last one. They are a little bit ahead of us, but not exactly a buttload. Malfurion, come back. I can heal you, friend. So if I blind Vala, that's pretty much all of her damage gone. I'm going to be stunned. No, I'm not. Alright. Here, we want the good stuff so that the Healing Brew also heals over time. Saves Sylvanas, but only barely. We need to get in on the Immortal. We really do. I'm going to go back to the sippy cup real fast. We are ahead. We are ever so slightly ahead in the Immortals fight. Blind her through that. But it looks like our team has gone out of position. And now we're defending, which means we're going to fall behind. There we go. Tassadar falls to, I think, what was an Ice Lance. There are now 2 heroes down. Jaina picking up a kill there. Malfurion Root going out on their Vala, but our team's just standing in range of her anyway, so she was caught in a stun there, which means we have the opportunity to go back and kill their Immortal, which is good because I am super low on mana. Hopefully our Nazeebo will be doing enough damage because Jaina's pretty much out of mana. Although an Innervate coming out from Malfurion should be enough to keep her at high enough mana to kill this thing, no problem. There we go. And it will have about a third of its life as shield, which is always very nice, but it will probably still die very quickly because these early Immortals have next to no health. But that will give us the opportunity to push top if we so choose, which we should choose. Sylvanas picking up a camp there, which is pretty nice. that she was able to tag that before the Immortal spawned. So healing up our Malfurion. Hopefully our team is coming with us, which they are not. Oh, here's Sylvanas. And then we should be able to push top with this camp relatively easily. They're fighting in the, I guess you would still call that the jungle, when we should be pushing, but that's okay. I don't think they even picked up the kill there, which is depressing. But we're gonna get this wall down uncontested until the very end, and we should be able to make something happen here. With Zagara out of position, we should be able to make something happen, but apparently not. We're kind of just, the enemy, both teams are just trading right now, and I'm gonna eat one of those. Okay, we needed Jaina up here, but I guess whatever she was doing is probably also just fine. So the jug of 1,000 fuck yous, because that's the whole reason you go Lili in the first place. Both teams have ultimates, and Tassadar is using his right now. There's a Maw from Zagara who will not land it on anything or anybody. So 2 perfectly good ultimates completely wasted on their team, which is very nice because the next Immortal should be coming up relatively soon. Zagara caught in the wall and the root. The wall of Nazeebo and the root of Malfurion. Very nice combo. We were able to pick up a kill on her just fine. That was a killing spree announcement. Okay, I thought I heard him say something about the Immortals. I'm going to help Nazeebo with this camp right here. Even though I think Vala just saw us come up here, we should be okay with me here. And Malfurion's right around the corner. We should be able to pick this up, and they will be pushing while the Immortal fight is going on, which is very good. That will get even more worth out of that camp than if we were just picking it up randomly, because the enemy team is going to be too busy to do anything about it. So we see Zagara and Rexar here already. I'm going to blind the Misha to hopefully let him get out. I don't know if he didn't have Bestial Wrath going then, but he does have it going now. The Trank from Malfurion coming out. Rexar, shoot. Karazim caught. There we go. Tassadar caught in the wall will secure his kill. Karazim, as I was saying before, was caught in a stun, which we could have picked up a kill on him, but that's okay. We got the other one instead. And then he will fall to the, I think that was the Wailing Arrow. I think I heard a Wailing Arrow go out from our Sylvanas. I still have my Jug of 1,000 fuck yous, which will be nice because Trank is on cooldown from our Malfurion. We now have a commanding lead on this Immortal fight, and we should be able to pick this up really easily. So Karazim, not Karazim, I have Karazim on my mind now. Malfurion getting caught in the stun there, and I'm going to cut. There we go. Okay. So I think right now they're just trying to whittle down the shield from theirs because they understand that they're not going to win. So this is what I was saying. After we got ultimates, I feel like this was going to pick up, which it has. For our side, it's gotten much better. We should push top. But looks like the friendly team does not agree, so I will have to side with them on this. Jaina in some trouble, but they are backing off because they understand the Immortal is more important than getting or chasing down a Jaina. Blinding Karazim during his little pounding phase, because why not? And then I don't know if we need Shrink Ray. I usually go for Shrink Ray. I might go for Ability Power. I might go Shrink Ray. I'll just do it anyway. It's nice to secure kills because it does slow the enemy as well. Movement speed by 50%. So it's easy to chase down targets in that situation. Put a Serpent on myself, blind this minion wave, so it's just easier. Something's happening up top. I'm going to go pay attention to that. Hopefully it's not too late by the time I get up there. We have the Archon from Tassadar going out, and we are unfortunately going to lose 2 teammates here, even though the Gargantuan is still going from Nazeebo. I'm not quite sure why that happened. I think they were probably just overextended. So this is a little bit of a problem. Hopefully Jane will be able to make something happen here. Which, it's like she will, because she does a lot of damage. Just to push them back, but unfortunately I think it will be too late. They did take that down relatively easily and relatively quickly. But now Sylvanas shows up on the scene, and I'm going to shrink ray Kerosene. Which will... Oh, the dash. The dash. We have Bestial Wrath on Misha, but she's just kind of walking around right now, so I think that will be okay. I'm going to blind Misha just to make sure that Sylvanas doesn't take too much damage here. And Tassadar might fall if he gets a wall, which we do. We get a wall, and oh, he has the double invulnerability apparently. And he dies anyway. Good job. Good job to Jaina for chasing him down and not dying. So I'm going to start pinging this away for what I can, 53 at a time, 109 from my Serpent. And we should be able to get the upper hand in this because they all had to be, because that team fight we came out on top. So we are still one keep ahead from them, and I hope we keep it that way. Oh no. Actually, the Maw kind of countered hers. So I'm going to Cups. Oh, the Cups and the Trank. We both had the same idea. But that will ultimately secure everybody for sure. So Shrink Ray, Kerosene, he's going to dash away, but just to kind of scare him off. So we do have a full lead. They have not really done much damage at all. I think they've done around 200 damage to our Immortal in this time, which, I mean, is not a lot. It's like barely anything. Archon coming out on me. I'm going to blind him, and we're going to have a Shrink Ray on him. So it's basically wasted ultimate. If we can keep up the damage on this, there we go. That's going to be an Immortal with a full shield for us, and that's going to be really nice. So we should push with a full shield, we should probably push with it, you think? But we'll see what they want to do. I'm going to do Serpent Sidekick because it will also be healing me, since I will also be having a Serpent on my shoulder. And Sylvanas looking like she wants to push bottom. I think that's alright. Kind of give them a choice of if they have to go defend top or bottom. So half of our team is going top, which I think is fine just to have some presence up there. And the other half is coming down here, but a little late. I think he had to go back for mana. I don't think he died. I don't know how many stacks he has on his trait, but I'm sure he was low on mana. I don't think he lost anyone in there. So this is going to be a really effective push because Sylvanas is just stunning this tower, so it can't really do anything about what we're doing to it. Zagara coming in with a Maw on us, but I don't think it's going to be enough to save that fort. I'm stunned, and then I'm going to blind everything around me, and we should be able to get out here just fine with a silence from Sylvanas coming out. I'm going to Shrink Ray Vala, although I'm out of range. There we go, now it's off. Blinding Kerosene. He uses his ultimate, which will eventually lead to a stasis. I'm going to Cups into another Trank again. We really want to make sure our team stays alive. That's for sure, because we do this. This is the second time we've done this. We blind Tassadar so he can't get his shields, or can't get his attacks off rather. And Zagara might fall here. She does. She falls to a Banshee wave, which is not common. A little bit of lag there. I think my computer's a little warm. I should probably turn on my turbo fans. Is this who is this in here? Someone's in here. I saw someone. Vala's in here, and she's going to fall to Sylvanas because we did see her as she was coming into this area, which is very good. So now they are down. They're going to be down at least one person for the Immortal because Zagara will be rezzing as the Immortals do as well. I don't think that's a good idea because their team is going to be up. Please leave. Please leave. Jaina, please leave. I'm begging you, girl.
Hell has always been the
Alright, I need to help them. I can't. I mean, we can't do this without them. and unfortunately they did not listen to my retreat call. There's a silence coming up from Sylvanas, which means they should be able to get out okay, but they are low on health, and Sylvanas at least is low on mana, which could be a problem going into this fight, but maybe not. I think we're going to be okay now that Nazeebo's here. We have the full team pushing on this Immortal. I do believe we have more damage than them with Sylvanas and Nazeebo. I mean, Jaina's good too, but she's all burst. We're a little bit ahead. A very little bit ahead. I think we should defend this right now. Which they had the same idea. They're going to defend theirs. So Shrink Ray Tassadar in his ultimate just kind of nullifies it. I'm going to do mine, and Malfurion is not using his, which means we're going to have a second catch-up mechanic in a second, which is very good. So there we go. There's the Trank. That's how it's supposed to be done. You stagger them a little bit, and it lets you top off twice. Very good, very good. He let me do mine first, which I think was the right choice. Now, if we can keep them kind of busy for the time being, and kind of just kite them around this whole thing. Nazeebo will fall. I think he was caught in a stun. I'm going to be throwing out my cup still and blinding people to make sure that Karazim cannot get a lot of damage off while he's blinded, because his third auto attack will not trigger its effect if it does not land. So we should be focusing this. I'm going to put some heals on our Sylvanas here to get her caught up, so will Malfurion. And we have yet another Immortal with another Half-Life shield. But at this point in the game, it's going to be much stronger than the first few we've had, because the all of these sort of, the Immortals, the Golems, the Garden Terrors get progressively stronger as the game goes on. So now that I'm back full up on health and mana, I'm going to go back in here. Sylvanas is already there, so she's going to be stunning the towers, which will save our Immortal from a lot of damage. Jaina and Malfurion right behind her, and I'm right behind them. A nice silence will interrupt that strafe, even though I think it was pretty much over at that point anyway. I'm going to go Kung Fu Hustle, because it's just overpowered. I'm going to be... Oh, there's a Maw, which will pretty much eliminate Tassadar's ultimate. I'm going to blind him in it now with a Shrink Ray from our Malfurion, look like. And then I'm going to Shrink Ray Zagara because she's doing too much damage. Karazim will fall to something. I wasn't really catching that. Zagara uses a blink to get out of there. Or was that Tassadar? I think I'm a little bit confused on that. Sylvanas will fall, even though the Trank from Malfurion was out. I probably should have also done my cups, but she was the only one dying, so I think we can ultimately afford that. We do need to be backing out now because they have 4 of their team alive, and they have the advantage of being in their base, with the core potentially hitting us. I agree to go for this camp. My voice is getting a little crackly. The air in my room is very dry. My dorm room has the heat blasting in my room, full blast, so even though it's only 28 degrees outside, I have to have the window open with a fan going because my thermostat is broken and I cannot change the temperature in my room. So it is about 1 billion degrees in here. I mean, I may not even be exaggerating at this point. And my everything is just super dry. I mean, I feel dehydrated as we speak. We have 25 seconds until the Immortals getting back on point. We should be able to take this camp because they are defending top, which means that this camp and the one we just captured should be going on during the entirety of the Immortals phase. If not, at least this bottom camp will be going right to their core. It looks like they are going to be defending from that top camp, but if they're smart, they will be letting bottom camp push while they defend. They were here a second ago. They aren't here now. I'm not really sure what happened. There they are. So I have 2 freaking of these creeper things on me. I'm going to use my cups now. So Malfurion knows he has to use his next. Kind of get it out of the way early because we were taking a buttload of damage. I'm going to be Shrink Raying Zagara. blinding Misha while she's ultimate in her ultimate, and Karazim at the same time. I think it was a silence. Was that a silence from Sylvanas coming out? We will secure 3 kills, chasing down Tassadar now. He will fall. I thought that was to my blind, but apparently our Vala got that one. So they now have 4 members dead with a camp on their core, and we are going to get this entire Immortal with basically a full shield, and that will more than likely be the end of the game, unless something terrible were to happen. We still have our entire bottom lane. I mean, that's taken basically no damage. And we still have our entire back line on both sides. So my foot was in that. I call BS, but that's okay. So to review, I did take Kung Fu Hustle at level 20 because every time you take damage, all your abilities will recharge 1.5 times as fast as normal. Or 1.5 times faster than normal. So basically twice as fast. For 1 second, every time you take damage. And in a team fight, you basically are always taking damage, which means that it will always be up. So including your ultimate, everything will be recharging pretty much twice as fast. But really, it's 250% normal speed. All of their team is alive, so we do need to care, just like, who said that? Sylvanas said. They do have that tower right there, which we need to be careful of. We should stay on this side, sort of, to kind of avoid that. The Immortal, once it gets in range of their fort, will be attacked, or their core should be attacked by their core, which will give us free reign to come in here and tackle this. There we go. I didn't have to do anything. That was a good job. This is a trank from Malfurion at the end there. Didn't really need it, but might as well. I can't sell it. I tried to say GG, but it was already over. So that was Lili, and I hope my shot calling was pretty good there. I did try to call the ultimates better, and I think I did a much better job than I have in the past. Again, I'm just trying to get into that now, and that was pretty much my first game doing that. So let me know how you thought I did, and I'll be streaming again in just a moment. I'm going to go get a drink of water and crank the fan up even more because I am dying of heat. So my stream will be back in approximately 3 minutes. Look for me then. I will go over the talent choices real quick before I do go. So again, I go for a Cloud Serpent build. It's one I've liked for a very long time and is becoming increasingly popular in the new patch. Timeless Creature, Mending Serpent. Basically, they have a full-time pet that's healing them every time it attacks. Increased heal over time on our Q. Juggler has some fuck yous because it's OP. Shrink Ray is really nice for chasing people. I usually like to use it on Illidan's, but we didn't really have anyone besides Tassadar who has any of those really high damage ultimates. But that's okay. Serpent Sidekick, so now me and an ally can both have serpents who are healing them. And Kung Fu Hustle because that cooldown reduction is just ridiculous. So look at the stats. I was actually out healed by everybody, which is surprising. But I did go 20-0. I was there for every single kill on my team, and I didn't die. Hero damage, I did more than most people. Not most people, but a lot of people, even though it was a tank and whatever. Siege damage, I don't do much siege damage. But so that was Lili. That's my build. I'll be back in 3 minutes after I get a drink and get it to cool off a little bit in my room. See you in a